I did find some bedrock sticking up here that I wanted to give a little try to here. So I took some off the top. There's definitely gold in this area. As you can see, that came out of about half a pan of material. And I really like it because there's no clay much, especially on the top surfaces here. And it still collects gold. So I will do a bucket here and show you what I get. All right, now we've got about 3/4 of a bucket dug out of here. But I'm gonna zoom you in, count the specks with me. Wow, that's a nice little piece there. Guess that's gold. Let's just make sure. Yeah, that's gold. I'm gonna go ahead and knock him out of the way. That's gonna keep fooling me that I found another piece. There's a little dot right there. I don't think you could probably see that, but there's one little speck, another little speck. There's something bigger right there. It just turned loose. I see a little piece over there on the side. You guys see that right there? This is gonna be a pretty good cleanup. Alright. Pulling this baby out. I know there's 3 or 4 good little pieces of gold in here. Quite a few dots. I can actually show you guys what's in here without even panning it out. Using a little tappy tap method. Watch this. Yeah, put those bigger pieces in there. That is looking good. So that's the gold pan down, and look at all the lead. So that little anomaly sticking up from the bedrock is catching a lot of good stuff. But we got to get our snuffer bottle. Where is my snuffer bottle? That's not a bad little small. Here's that second bucket. That's not too bad. There's what I got out of the third bucket. Some nice little pieces there. Not quite what I got from 1 and 2. I'll walk down and I'll show you the hole. Who needs an aquarium? All you gotta do is dig a hole and the fish will come to you. And no, those aren't trout. There's the hole after 4 buckets. And I'm starting to get actual bedrock out of there now. Look at that, how that's banded. Pretty cool stuff. And whenever I get down to that, I usually do pretty good. Check this out. So 4 or 5 of those are very easily picked up with tweezers. That's the kind of gold that stacks up, weighs up. And I'm very happy with that. Here is the 5th bucket, and it was only half a bucket. I was really struggling to get material out of the hole now. It's kind of like dredging with a shovel. It's kind of tough. But there's a reason why I kept at it. I kept getting bigger and better gold as I went down, which is unusual. I'm not sure. I guess there was some really good cracks in that bedrock before it started decomposing, and it let that gold settle on down, and it got covered with that goo, and it's coming up with the blocks of bedrock. So those are getting very close to picker size pieces of gold. Let me put my finger for comparison just so you can see it. Yeah, that's some really nice gold. I've had a great day today. I really wasn't expecting to hit on something that fast. I mean, basically I just found that ridge, started excavating and finding gold, and it just kept getting better and better. How the gold got trapped down in there, and you can see that is quite a pit. It's hard to see with all that glare. It's pretty much bedrock straight down that's crumbled up. You see pieces and blocks of it just came out. But yeah, maybe, is that a 6 square foot hole? You know, it's pretty deep, but that's maybe half a yard of material, and to think that much gold came out of that is pretty bizarre. That's a nice little smile right there. I'm going to say that'll go at least a 0.2, 0.25, something like that. It might even be a 0.3, because if you made 3 pieces of gold out of that, I think they'd all be about 1/10 of a gram. See what I mean? It's pretty chunky stuff to be out of this creek too. And that's just because it was down in that bedrock as deep as it was. Before I fill in the hole here, I just thought maybe I'd take a few scoops and pan it out just to see if we can find a piece of gold live. Well, it's still recorded, but you know what I mean. There's what that looks like. Yeah, it sticks to my shovel. It's really gooey stuff, but it's not clay, it's decomposed bedrock. I think these rocks kind of fell in off the sides. I don't think it got into that. This can be more fun than solution because you just never know what might happen. There's a little black sand. I see one little dot. It ain't even worth snuffering up. Okay, one more try. Ah, success. 2 little bits. They're not extremely small. Problem is I can't get this big pan up close to the phone, but you can see them down there. They're not extremely small, they're okay. So yeah, I'm covering up gold, which is a shame, but I gotta fill in that hole. It's just way too deep. All right, it's time to see what this gold weighs. I'm hoping like a 1/4 gram. I don't know, now that I look at it a little closer, it doesn't quite look like that much. And that's all I had hoped for. 0.278. Excellent. I'm very happy with that. Well, guys, that's it for today. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to the channel. It's free and it'll make you aware of upcoming videos, and you can also find my channel for some of the old stuff.